When it comes to recruitment techniques, few are more brutal than the graphic beheading videos of ISIS. While the footage is undoubtedly shocking, the hostage tape as jihadist propaganda is nothing new. During the 1980s, the videotaping of hostages was a way of sending a message. Many Westerners were taken captive by Hezbollah-affiliated groups in and around Beirut, including Terry Anderson, David Jacobson, and negotiator Terry Waite. Over time, they were forced to appear on camera. Those videos and others like them were used mostly as proof of life. In them, hostages were forced to read positive messages about their captors and relay demands for their release.
Why does our government increase our suffering by ignoring us?
Generally, the captives were eventually released, although at least 8 of the nearly 100 hostages taken during this period were killed or died in captivity. One of the first times a beheading was used for mainstream propaganda was the on-camera execution of American journalist Daniel Pearl in 2002. But the evolution of the beheading video as a propaganda weapon started with this man, Abu Musab al-Zarqawi. He formed the al-qaeda offshoot group that later became ISIS. In the fall of 2004, 10 execution videos were released, including one of American businessman Nicholas Berg, who was beheaded by Zarqawi himself. These graphic videotaped killings provoked outrage worldwide.
The militant reading the statement pulled a knife from under his shirt and pushed Berg, who could be heard screaming, to the ground. Then slowly, deliberately, he cut off Berg's head and held it up for the camera.
But for al-Qaeda, it was the wrong kind of attention. It's said that Osama bin Laden felt these videos were bad for public relations and that the sheer brutality turned away more people than it recruited. Al-Qaeda leader Ayman al-Zawahiri publicly said that Zarqawi's group was losing Muslim hearts and minds. But the executions and the videos never stopped. And when ISIS formally broke with al-Qaeda in 2014, their frequency escalated dramatically. The slow and violent beheading of American journalist James Foley was the first in this new series of hostage execution videos. Now, the production value is much higher. These videos are tailor-made for social media, for sharing, for recruitment. And using English-speaking Westerners makes it clear. These are global press releases, a sign that ISIS is recruiting well beyond the Arabic-speaking world.